This is FanStream Sports.
Can I please have your attention? And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-necked geeks who would know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes! Here we go!
I guess I want to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about my pants.
Oh, yeah. Welcome into the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim show. That show that you didn't know was coming on this early unless you saw my tweet, like the 3 to 8 people did that I put out there. Holy crap, what are we doing? It's 5 o'clock. Look, it is Colby Sapp. Also, it is one IndyCar Tim. What's up, Tim?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Oh, wait, it's 5 o'clock here.
It's 5 o'clock right here, man.
God, we're on the air.
We are. We're trying something a little bit different right now, and just know that if it doesn't work, after a couple of shows, we'll go back.
But screw y'all if it doesn't.
But, yeah. But if it does work, then cool. We'll keep doing it at this time. We've got a great show for you guys tonight, including a little bit of our sports report for those that are there for the Cowboys talk. We have it for you as that's coming up after a couple of segments, but small ones. Small. We'll be right to it. Good, bad, and the ugly, the famous people's birthdays that we get to discuss and shoot about and banter. That's going to be after that. Then I have a mystery shotgun that involves Marvel, DC, and, well, quite frankly, Doom. It has some Doom talk in it. So if you're ready for that, it's there. Our picks against the spread is after that. Where we
Catching you, Colby.
Where we're challenging the coin, and it's me versus Tim, but it's me and Tim versus the coin. As long as the coin doesn't end up first, I think we'll be okay.
Coin sucks.
It's just, it'll catch a streak though, man. You know, it'll catch a streak, and then we'll all be wondering why we didn't just follow the coin. And finally, news and notes. We'll be traveling a lot to Florida, as all the things they have going on has caused people to do things that are, well, Florida style. So,
boy, Florida's in bad shape right now.
Colby. It is with the hurt. Man, my buddies that are there, I know I jumped online on my phone for just a little bit on the PlayStation as I was taking lunch today, and I noticed one of my buddies was online, but he was not playing an online game, which means that his internet ain't working too well because of all the things going on. So,
screw you, Milton.
I mean, are they going to name the next one Bradley just to keep it?
No, they go in alphabetical order and they alternate male and female names.
Okay, well, I mean it's Milton, and then after it is Brad.
Oh,
I mean, if it's right there after it.
What about Hershey?
Milton Hershey?
Yeah.
No.
Invented candy bars. Hershey.
Yeah, I think if it was Milton, I think I'd name the next one Cheese.
Like Peyton Manning?
Yeah.
Peyton Manning. Peyton?
So, confession time, right? Are supposed to be here this weekend. I tried something, and y'all can tell me, because I've already done it, so y'all can tell me if it's like, I've had one before, really liked it. It finally fell on the Temu app, and for the same that I wanted, it was not the same brand that I wanted, but
Are they? They don't have regulars.
Maybe they didn't offer that particular brand.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's a lot cheaper. In fact, for the same price that I was going to end up with a gaming mask set up?
People that do.
I mean, if
Like clothing.
yeah,
And it's
I ordered this last week. It's getting here now.
it's
First,
not. I mean, my math is bad, but I don't think that's 8 months.
So y'all in the chat can inform me of, what all bad things that this company's doing, because they're basically for free. So somehow they get you. I just don't know how it is they do it. And I also don't know how they're making money. But it's like, well, I'll find out. So anyway, if you're great, also, cool. Yeah. Well, you're right here. You didn't have.
But can comment on it.
Gotcha.
And then I wanted to put it on the screen because I look really good in that picture right there.
The other thing I came across internet or just a fan of the same music that I Courtney LaPlante.
Did he make out?
No.
God,
Guitarist probably would have just had the greatest time.
that's what I'm saying.
Of his life.
Like we all wanted it.
Right. So, because I was kind of having a crappy day that day. I don't think this was intended. And as far as and then second best, and it's whichever song I've heard last.
Right.
Is who's the better one. And if this was hip hop, Tatiana caught a body because she crushed it. Like Courtney singing, the great thing about her, screaming whatnot is that you can hear part of the note right before she goes, and then Tatiana hit it, and it was like does that say literal? It was like if you were in that crowd, your balls would have jingled. If you could have been in the back row,
sounds interesting.
And your balls would have jingled.
I'd be into that.
So
he wants to get together later and jingle some balls.
All right, then.
We going mudding, Colby?
No, I'm not with you if we're ball jingling. Not. Yeah. Not happening. That's that story. Let's move on to the next story. So if you're wondering, if you are following me or a friend of mine on Facebook, I did put it up there. I can put it to my Twitter here. That may
send me that, and I was like, Colby's very happy right now.
I am. Both of them on stage, dude.
I know.
And here, after a little bit later, after that, then during another song, Poppy came on stage, and I think
they're gonna form a super group.
Man, if there was a concert where it opened with Pop,
I would go to that with you.
Dear sweet God, I just want that to happen.
I might not even wear pants.
You know what? Then I would like for you to wear pants if you're going to it with me.
Can they be removable?
If you come out there, we're going to know.
That would be awesome.
That's not what
Start wearing those up here.
They just come in and just right before you sit down, you just hear the buttons snapping and just going all over the place.
With my 1984 short middle school basketball shorts on.
Right. But
probably don't fit me anymore.
But you also still have the dingle fro once it comes off.
Oh, yes.
Right.
Dingle fro. I call that band name, by the way.
It's a good band name. That's a good band name.
Write it down with our band. I'm keeping track of all this stuff now.
Are you?
Yeah, cool. The other two band names we have on here are Dewey Decimal System and Cannabis Cultivation.
I think Dingle Fro may be in the lead right now.
Because I'm putting dates on these two.
We used to tell you if you have a Dingle Fro to manscape, but right now, I don't think we tell you to do that.
I don't think they do that anymore.
Is Manscapes out?
I mean, as far as the clean shaven is.
Okay.
I think, right? For men and women?
Right. Well, I mean, just to get rid of your dingle fro.
Yeah, because the dingle fro didn't used to be attractive, but I think some people like the dingle fro now. But you still want to maintain the dingle fro. You don't want it to go crazy.
Right.
You don't want crazy dingle fro. You want manicured dingle fro.
Yeah, you don't want the Einstein dingle fro.
Oh, no, or the Larry from Three Stooges dingle fro.
Right, where it's just going off in different directions.
How do we get on dingle fro?
I have no idea. And finally, before I throw it to Tim, on the way here, I got behind a Staples truck.
Was it full of staples or paper clips?
I don't know. I didn't ask him, but I'm behind him. I'm behind him in the fast lane, and I'm not going as fast as I want to, but I'm doing about 75.
Right.
Right? And Staples truck is in front of me. And then I noticed that it has the sticker on the back that says max speed 65. And I was like, nope.
Were you cussing him out before that?
No, it wasn't cussing him out.
Go faster.
I mean, he's in a big truck. And it's on 360, so the road's not that huge. I was like, yeah, I can understand you not doing 85. I get it. We are passing the right lane. That's one of my prerequisites to being in the left lane is that you have to be passing the right lane. Because if not, then get back over in the right lane so everybody else can pass. So that was happening. But the fact that if I'm going 75, the person that's slightly ahead of me is going possibly a little bit faster than 75 to maintain ahead of me, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So there's no way that the max speed of that truck was 65, which just tells me that that used to be there, but homie yanked that limiter completely out.
As he should.
Yeah, all limiters should be yanked out.
No governors.
No governors.
Hey, mate.
They've got that on some of our work trucks at, I won't say the company that I work for because I've said it before, so just go back and look. They've got those on some of them, and I realized, talking to one of my bosses, they were like, yeah, doesn't live here, do they?
It's probably mandated from corporate because it's mandated from the insurance company that insures the vehicles.
Right, but they don't live in the governors are on 70 miles an hour. And I'm like, there's roads that are 75.
Yeah.
So we're going to be on those and
just because you can drive 75 doesn't mean you should.
Oh no, it does. That's it. No.
In one of those trucks.
Have you been on the roads? Whatever
Once.
the speed limit is, that's not the max speed limit. That's what you need to be going on it in order to be safe.
I know you can get run over.
Yeah. You get plowed right through.
Call that band name too.
You have to go with that. You have to go fight the porn company for it because we're probably working on plowed right through 9 by this time.
Plowed right through, but it's got to be THRU, right?
Right.
Plowed right through.
Right.
Electric Boogaloo.
So as we've wasted some of your time, now it is time for me to segue over to Tim. Look at Tim and say, "Hey, Tim.
Hey, Colby.
What day is it today, bud?"
Thank you for asking. As I search the World Wide Web for our music and our intro. Colby, today is Wednesday, my dudes.
What up, Wednesday?
Appreciate everybody tuning into the early edition of the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show right here on FanStream Sports. Now 5 to 7 Mondays and Wednesdays. I could do Mondays even if I have football duty because that doesn't start till after our show now.
Right.
So that might allow us to do more Monday shows.
Maybe.
Or all the Monday shows.
We will see what's all happening with that.
Unless Colby has video game dates.
It's more the holidays are coming up, and I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah.
But
There's no Monday holidays.
You're cleaning up for the weekends.
You need to hire other people to clean up. That's not your job.
All right. Well, good luck telling them what my job is. And
You
what
tell me who I need to call.
Gerb to hurry up.
Really, we need money.
Yep.
If anybody wants to throw in a couple $1 million to FanStream Sports, we'll name the studio after you.
Permanently, if it's a couple $1 million, it will never change.
Because otherwise, it's going to be the Tom Cruise FanStream Sports Studios.
No, I'll cut. I mean, not unless he's throwing millions of dollars our way.
Doesn't he just has to smile, and that's worth $1 million.
It's really not.
Can do no wrong, Colby. By the way, he'd be the best Spider-Man ever.
Shut up.
Colby, today is National C60 Day.
Man, I thought you were about to say National C-Section Day.
Oh, that should be every day.
I mean, well, every time somebody's birthed from a
You
C-section.
should get a C-section even if you're not giving birth.
No, why?
Just go ahead and open that door up for the future. Make it easier on you.
Just so you can... Easier for what?
That way you don't have to go to the hospital. You just unzip it and pull the baby out. Just put a little zipper on it, and that way you can keep having babies, and you just got to unzip it.
So you're somehow angling for mass production of babies?
No, of zipper
Births?
zipper births.
Okay.
Also call that band name. No, just throw a zipper down there. That way, when you about ready to have the baby, just go ahead and zip. Wah, wah, pull it out, snip. There you go. Clean it up and then zip it up. You're done, dude. Like, why hasn't no one done this before?
Because how many times have you had a zipper break on you before?
Oh, it gets stuck in your skin?
Or just break and won't zip, and now you're stuck with an open gap right
then,
there.
Then you get the blowtorch out, you fix it, and
What are you, Rambo? You're fixing skin with fire now?
MacGyver.
I got a paper clip. It's solved.
You know, I don't know why. Medical science has not progressed the way it should have.
Because it didn't involve the zipper.
Didn't involve C-section zipper.
Okay.
Colby, it might be one of the weirdest things we've ever discussed on the show.
It's right up there.
Colby, it is National Pet Obesity Awareness Day. If you've got a pet that's fat, today's the day you should shame it. Say, shame on you, fat dog.
No.
Is that not what it is?
I mean, the dog doesn't care. You could call the dog... you can call the dog fat all you want to as long as you say it nicely.
Oh, yeah, he'll think you're just giving him love.
Oh, who's the fat dog? Who's the fat dog?
Who's that stupid, dumb, idiot puppy?
That's right.
I call my dog that all the time. He just licks my face. Which is concerning because I've seen other things he licks.
No, it's just...
Darn, I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Colby, it is World Post Day.
Post Malone?
No, whoever that is.
You know who that is.
I do know who that is. It's not really good anymore. Methods of the past with some good old-fashioned letters.
Starring Kevin Costner.
The Postman. Was that after Waterworld?
I don't remember the order.
Because Waterworld came out right after Dances with Wolves.
Right. And there was nothing wrong with the Waterworld.
It wasn't bad, except he had gills and webbed feet.
And that was cool. That was the cool part. He was a mutant. Could have been in Marvel.
In that universe?
Yep.
Colby, it is also Curious Events Day.
George.
It's the day to wonder about everything we've ever wondered about. Okay, look, I feel like we're just making up days now.
Just today. If you've ever wondered about anything, just today is the day to wonder about it.
C-section zippers.
No, we're still not. We're not. I mean, I'm sure you are because we just got through discussing that. But
And you know what? It goes in nicely with our next day. Emergency Nurses Day.
all right, then.
Make their job so much easier on the pregnant pooch, and they just had to zip.
No.
your
There's so
job
many
would be
things
so
that
much
could go
easier.
wrong with what you're describing right now.
Not if there's an emergency nurse there.
I mean, things go wrong and they don't have a zipper.
Well, that's why you need a zipper.
No, you don't need. Are you telling me you trust all the pregnant ladies out there to not be insane enough to just unzip a little too early? Just be like, you know what? I'm tired of it.
So it's got a lock on it that only the doctor, only a medical professional can scan the retina, and it unlocks the zipper baby area.
Except for when they got too close to you unlocking your Kia or something.
Get an app on your phone. Ladies, you can now unlock your birth canal with the phone app. Huh, I like it. Colby, to go along with unlocking your birth canal with a phone app, it is International Beer and Pizza Day.
Has nothing to do. You know what? Those two things really go good together well.
They do. I'm in.
Really go together well.
Like get a lot. What if you unzipped and you poured some beer and pizza down in there?
No, I don't see. This is the circle back that I don't think we need.
We didn't know we needed.
No, we don't need the circle back that is currently happening right now.
Colby, it is.
You know, cool.
Did you know that there is a top spinning museum in Burlington, Wisconsin?
And I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like, all they've ever done in their life is spin tops, and somebody's paying them a whole bunch of money to be a top spinner.
Did you ever spin tops, Colby?
Yeah, and also spin coin.
It is Leif Erikson Day, not the actor,
The chew?
not the Chew,
Oh.
the guy, the explorer that is credited with bringing the first Nordic people to America.
Good job, Leaf.
And then they went and named a stadium in San Francisco after him. Isn't it Leif Erikson Stadium?
Yes. Or no. It's Ericsson Stadium. They just want you to leave.
No, that's not. That was in Charlotte. That's not there anymore.
It's not leave Ericsson Stadium. That's just what they
get
say
it.
at the end.
I get it, but that's Bank of America Stadium now. Might be Levi's
My jokes
Stadium.
don't have time for your facts.
Levi's Stadium.
Take them off.
It's a terrible stadium. Colby, it is National Bring Your Teddy Bear to School Day.
Shut up.
Swear to God.
So who brought their haunted Teddy Ruxpin to school? That's what I
Oh,
want to know.
man. Thankfully, that was way after my time.
Eyes half opened or one completely opened, but it was rolled in the back of his Teddy skull.
See, that's the thing they should have made Child's Play. That's Chucky should have been a Teddy Ruxpin.
I mean, they could have, or you could just go make that movie now and it just call it, I don't know, Teddy Murders You.
Do you remember the My Buddy dolls?
I do.
My Buddy and Me. That's what they should do it out of now.
Wherever he goes, I go.
Man, I don't have toys like that anymore.
No, because it's stupid.
Colby, it is a day that I hold near and dear to my heart.
Oh, really?
Actually, the next 2 out of 3. Colby, today is National Curves Day, where we celebrate the women of size in our lives.
Yes.
I do enjoy me some curves. You like curves?
Yes, I do like curves.
Didn't they used to have women's workout facilities named Curves? Like, wasn't that a thing?
Also, there was a cologne and perfume that was called Curve.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think I had some at one point.
I mean, of course, the 2 women depicted in the picture here are not of the attractive variety. I would have picked different models for this photo to represent National Curves Day. I probably would have put them in underwear, too. I'm just saying. If the editors of nationaltoday.com would like me to come aboard onto the staff and improve their product, I would be happy to do that. Colby, it's National Digitool with a Digitool?
Yeah, you just go out there with your Digitool.
Yes. What the hell is it? It shows hot air balloons. The hell is this?
You know what? Digitool, I think of like your phone, like also has the screwdriver app or something on it.
How would that work?
I don't know. I don't know how it would work. Maybe it's an app that just causes your phone to 3D print a screwdriver or something.
I'd be in on that.
I would too. Because there's always a time where you're like, man, I wish I had that flathead. But
Yeah.
all I've got is, the Phillips head
All I've got is my circumcised head.
mushroom.
Mushroom top. Colby, it's National Moldy Cheese Day.
Love moldy cheese.
Me too.
Dude, the funkier, the better.
You guys did a little challenge of that over at the Fan not too long ago that you got to be a guest for, huh?
I did. And you know what? So they were just tossing me things. They were like, oh, here you go, try this. And I was like, I like it. There wasn't going to be anything they were going to hand me that didn't like it. That really goopy goat cheese that's just, like, you can't physically touch it.
Yeah.
You can try and get it into your mouth some way. Yeah, that's really good, too.
You have to spoon it.
Yeah.
I do love me some moldy cheese, man.
Spread that on some toast.
Yes, or on a Ritz cracker. It is National... Okay. I don't know if this is political or not. National Pro-Life Cupcake Day.
What?
How do you know if a cupcake is pro-life or pro-choice?
I don't know.
So what's the difference?
Maybe pro-life cupcakes are when you don't get a choice on chocolate or vanilla.
Anti-choice.
Yeah, they just
Huh.
choose for.
All right. That's an interesting twist on a political viewpoint.
Well, I mean,
not on your part, on
Right.
that it's the day today. It is National Stop Bullying Day. Colby, I'm gonna have to ask you to stop bullying me just today, though.
no.
You can't do it, can you?
I can't.
Dang it.
It's too easy.
And now we're at birthday, so that's what day it is, Colby.
Nice. I am getting word from at least one listener or viewer that we're cutting in and out, or I'm cutting in and out. If anything, you see that over there, then
I believe we're having connectivity issues.
I
I keep getting a little note here saying that our broadband bandwidth is sketchy. So yeah, there's nothing. I checked into that earlier, and there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, that stinks. That stinks. So hopefully you can work out with us. Hopefully it will continue to get better because it's time for us to segue. By the way, if you enjoy this, but you're like, they're cutting in and out, we can't really do anything about it. You can catch the downloaded version of this as soon as Tim can get it up.
About an hour after the live show ends.
And you can hear it in its all full put together without any cutting in and out. And that would be for you.
Just for you.
Right. So now it is time for me and Tim to do the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Sports Reports. Cowboys and Steelers did a thing, and good God Almighty, Dak Prescott saved the day along with Tony Tolbert's kid.
Tony Tolbert's kid, Jalen?
Yeah.
Colby, there was no point at any time of that game, even as that pass was leaving Dak's fingertips and making its way to the hands of Jalen Tolbert, did I ever think the Cowboys were going to win that game. Like, even as he caught it and was going to the ground, I was just like, there's going to be a flag, there's going to be a hold, there's going to be a penalty.
Right.
Something. And it never came.
You know what? I'm actually the direct opposite of that. Watching that game, I was like, they should be ahead by so much. There's no way they're not winning this game. I kept thinking that till the very end, there was no way they weren't winning this game. A couple of things that I didn't like out of this game. Some of the misreads or the bad route running, and I'm not even going to say which one I think it is because it doesn't matter. It ended in an interception.
Oh, we know who you're talking about. It's your boy.
Yeah. I mean, it was out of his hands. And if you're the general, no matter how much, that guy screwed up or you screwed up, it's you screwed up because you didn't get across to where he needed to be to him. So that was one of the things I didn't like. One of the things that I did like out of this game was, did we go back and find out we didn't have to run the same running plays over and over again? That we could actually do something different in the running game?
Colby, we found a rushing attack.
Yeah, because we found different running plays to use. It wasn't the same. Hand it off to whoever, and they go right over the center to one side or the other, and that's all they do.
But do you know why? And did you notice when we started finding a running game in this game? It was when Tyler Guyton got hurt.
Oof.
And they moved Tyler Smith back to tackle.
I mean, if that was if you're telling me that Guyton doesn't know how to run these specific plays or run them well, so they haven't been doing them, and now that...
Well, and that he just isn't good at run blocking.
I mean, that might be the case, but I haven't seen these styles of runs where there was a couple of counters thrown in there. There was some delays run in there. It wasn't just hand it off, go try and find something that ain't there.
Yeah.
It looked like there was designed blocking. That was And I'll be honest, I haven't seen that style of running in about a year and a half.
Yeah, at least. I would agree.
Because all last year, that was not a thing that happened. It was 2 yards in a cloud of dust.
And if last year, if Pollard couldn't make the corner, it was a 2-yard gain.
Right.
And that's all you got. And he couldn't make the corner a lot of times last year. They barely let him run up the middle. Rico Dowdle, for sure, your number one running back now on this offense. 20 carries, 87 yards, a 4.4 yard per carry average. Not bad. I'll take 20 carries, 87 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 1 carry, 2 yards. Colby Zeke got 6 carries, 17 yards.
It's not a good average.
I think the Zeke Elliott experiment might be over.
I don't think it's over with Zeke. I think they need to learn what we tried to tell them in the beginning.
Yeah, when to use them.
Yeah, when to use them. If it's 3rd and 1 and you need it, throw Zeke out there. Even if you're passing it because of the pass protection and everything else.
Yeah.
If it's, whatever in goal, just keep pounding Zeke till the umpire raises his hands and says touchdown. That's all you need to know.
Agreed.
That's it. That's when to use Zeke. Everything else should be Dowdle, and really, you should go ahead and throw in Deuce in there too.
Yeah, might as well. And don't forget our new favorite offensive weapon, Hunter Lepke.
He's going to end up being a thing, isn't he?
Dude, he had 2 carries for 6 yards. And he had, where is his receiving? One catch for 18 yards. I like him, man.
I do. I
like
do
him
too.
a lot.
And I like the fact that they got away from throw it to the fullback in the flat like it used to see Moose do all the time.
Yeah.
That never did anything.
Yeah, not even with Moose.
No.
But it was fun to yell, Moose, whenever he did that.
Yeah, with a -1 yard or +1 yard or -3 yards, however much he or didn't get out of that play.
And Cowboys fans, make no mistake, you got the win on Sunday night. After the hour and 18-minute weather delay.
Right.
God, that was crazy, man. That weather up there. But you beat a Pittsburgh Steelers team that's reeling offensively. Yes, they rattle off 3 wins in a row to start the season under Justin Fields. But they've now lost 2 in a row, and their offense has never caught fire yet. They didn't win those 3 games in a row because of the offense.
No.
But on the other side of that coin, you beat that defense that was winning games for them early in the season. And you did it kind of playing their game. The dinks and the doinks, and beating them up on the offensive line and on the line of scrimmage. And so credit where credit is due there. It's a win. It wasn't pretty, but I don't care. I don't give style points for wins, right?
No, they don't.
At this point of the season, we just need some wins because you're about to hit a stretch now, Colby. We'll talk about the Lions here in a minute. But you've got, of course, the Lions coming up on Sunday. And then you've got 49ers.
Okay.
At 49ers. At Falcons. Eagles at home. Texans at home. At Commanders. Then you've got Giants at home. Bengals at home. At the Panthers. Buccaneers here. Eagles in Philly. And then you finish the season with the Commanders here. So you need to stack up wins as much as you can. I know the 49ers aren't the 49ers we're used to seeing. What are they, 3-2 again?
Yes.
Also this season, but we're going to their stadium. We're going to Leif Erikson Stadium, which Dallas just doesn't. They're Dallas's kryptonite the last few years.
They are.
So I don't care how bad the 49ers are hurting. They're still the 49ers. I'm a little bit scared of the Falcons in Atlanta. Kirk Cousins is he was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Right.
So at this point, I'm still scared of everybody except maybe the Panthers. But you never know, man. They got a quarterback now. Andy Dalton.
Yeah. I don't know if you can call that. I mean, he used to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can call him that now. As far as the stretch that you're going on, if you walk through this stretch and you end up, you're 3-2 right now, and you end up and you've got more wins than you've got losses at the end of this damn thing, this stretch, you're gonna be sitting really pretty. You'll be setting really pretty because, and it's not because what your record will be, it's that you've faced the best in the division. In your NFC,
Yep.
you're facing all the best.
Yep.
And if you can prove to yourself that you can whip them, then when you get into the playoffs, you're not scared of anybody walking in there.
Yeah. I mean, you're playing Detroit. They were picked to win the North.
Right.
49ers expected to win the West. Falcons expected to win the South. The Eagles expected to win the East.
Yep.
There you go. That's your stretch of the next 4 games.
So just go ahead. If you end up going 4-0 out of this thing, which I highly doubt that happens, but if you do, then everybody get on the hype train, and that little say the thing again on Facebook will be there. It'll be, we're going.
Yeah.
So this is time for, if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan or if you're a Dallas Cowboy hater, then get ready. This thing could fall apart real quick. Sure could, and it could just make your day's delight. Or it could make my delight if you had a horrible next 4 weeks. Sure could.
Gross. Well, let's get into the Lions here briefly before we head to break and then get into our good, bad, and that was a word.
Okay.
So, Colby, the Lions, this might be the best offensive line you're going to face all season.
Right.
They're really good up front, and they've got 2 really good running backs. Mozzie Smith might spend more time on his butt in this game than on his feet because he is going to get pancaked just about every play, I bet you, because he is not good.
I mean, he was starting to look a little better, boss. He
Not
is starting to
against
look a
this
little better.
offensive line, though, man.
All right.
I'm
we'll
terrified. The Lions are scoring 26 points a game, which is going to be tough for the Dallas defense. They're only allowing 20, which is going to be tough for the Cowboys offense. I don't know. I know they've struggled a little bit this year, just like a lot of teams are. It's been a really weird NFL. They're 3-1. And like I said, the best offensive line you're going to face, maybe the best running back core you're going to face all season with Gibbs and Montgomery. And Goff's no slouch.
No, he's not.
He's a much different quarterback in Detroit than he was in Los Angeles.
Yeah, because he's no longer chasing the head coach's wife.
No, he's not. But could you blame him?
I mean, I kind of could because it was the head coach's wife.
Hey, you got to shoot your shot.
If he had plenty of other targets to shoot at.
That's the one he wanted to shoot a shot at.
Yeah, well, choose it differently.
You think he still would have got traded if the wife would have picked him, like and left McVay and they start dating or something? You think he'd have got traded still? Or would McVay just resign and want to coach a different team?
No.
And defeat.
He would have, no, he's not, no. He's definitely trading his ass. And, like, guess what, lady? If you want to stick with him, cool. Have fun in Detroit.
And he is.
Yeah.
Kind of got the last laugh there, didn't he? I mean, I know L.A. won the Super Bowl, but Detroit's a better team than the Rams are right now.
Yes, they are.
I picked the Rams to win the Super Bowl, Colby.
I know you did. I don't know what you were thinking.
We got to get into that. Yeah, to beat the Ravens, too, I think is what we got to get into that maybe next week. Maybe Monday, if we can do a show Monday, we'll get into that.
All right.
We'll check up on our picks. So, yeah, there's your Lions v. Cowboys. We'll get into our picks, what we think in our picks against the spread in the second hour. But, man, it's going to be a fun game to watch. We hope. We hope there's no weather delay.
I mean, that's a hope. And hope it's a fun game to watch. And, hey, it'd be really cool if it wasn't fun for Lions fans to watch.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, if it's just somehow just the ball started bouncing every way the Cowboys needed it to.
Is there a part of you that hopes at some point Dan Campbell can coach the Cowboys?
There is. Oh, yeah. There is.
That would be cool, right?
That mentality on that sideline where he just wants to just bite whatever part of that human that comes out of the
kneecaps. I'm surprised somebody didn't put a necklace of genuine kneecap bones together for him to wear.
And it's just like kneecaps of like Oh, it'd be penguin kneecaps?
Yeah, like all threaded together. How great would that be?
That would be. Except
Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, we got to go. Well, do we have to go find a penguin poacher?
You can't buy those on Amazon?
Maybe
Penguin kneecaps?
I'll check Temu.
Check Temu.
See if
You
that.
got everything on Temu.
Yeah, I'm gonna rename the app Solani though, just so it makes me feel better.
Temu Solani.
So there you are. So coming up next, we have the good, bad, and the ugly. Plus, Tim will tell you all the people's birthdays of people's that he's visited their bar or used to get waitressed by them, or maybe went to school with them. Then we have the mystery shotgun, and I've got some things about lanterns. I've got some things about Batman. I've got some things about Doom, and I've got some things about Venom. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, GetStarPower.com. That's GetStarPower.com.
Today's show is brought to you by Tom's Town, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tom's Town, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today and snag that window decal or snag any other special Turf Life accessories and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that Turf Life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, Turf Life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
For more than 3 decades, Bob's Steak and Chop House has remained an icon of DFW restaurants. Why? Well, maybe it's because of Bob. He's fanatical about cleanliness and friendliness, and his food, oh my Lord, his food. If you've been there, you know about it. If you haven't been there, you should know about it. The original Bob welcomes you at either of his 2 locations, Bob's on Lemon Avenue or the sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch, McKinney.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff
or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
You know Volvo's reputation for building beautiful, long-lasting cars. Well, Crest Volvo Cars, located at 121 on the Tollway in Frisco, has over 300 brand-new Volvos at terrific prices. And there's also that hard-to-find low interest available. When you're at Crest Volvo, say howdy to General Manager Mike Brusen. Then test drive your favorite Volvo. Crest Volvo, off 121 on the Tollway in Frisco.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show right here on FanStream Sports on a Wednesday.
What up?
An early show for the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show as we move things forward 2 hours sooner, which means we really can't cuss.
I mean, we can.
That's true. Kids shouldn't be listening to this show, especially my kids. They cuss more than I do.
I mean, and I don't care. My kids don't care.
You just don't care, huh?
Yeah. Do your thing.
Yeah, that's probably a good attitude to take with it. You know, they're going to anyway. I do remember the first time I heard like one of my teenage kids cuss. It was a little jarring.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I get it. You're like 16, and I know the way mouth I had when I was 16. I get it, but just hearing it for the first time, and as soon as when he did it, he was like, crap. I never cussed in front of Dad before.
Wow. Okay.
And I was like, no, man. I just said I get it. Can you just like maybe try not to around me, just because it's weird for me?
You know, and it was direct opposite. Like around their mom, they tried not to.
Sure.
But around me, no, it was, I did not care. In fact, I still tell this story as I'm driving down the road and I get cut off by somebody, and Blaze and Cole in the back seat, youngins, right? And I hear windows rolling down as both had their hand out, middle finger extended, telling that person what they thought about what they just did.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I was like, yep, that's proper response.
Yeah, they're your kids for sure.
So
no need for DNA testing there, Colby.
no, it's really not.
Huh, well, there we are. We are currently monitoring the weather situation in Florida. And, dude, things are starting to get bad. It's getting close. The storm surge is hitting Bradenton, which is just south of Tampa, St. Pete.
Right.
There are docks already underwater with the storm surge, what is expected to be in Bradenton almost as much as 15 feet of storm surge. That's two of us on top of each other.
Yes, which would never happen. Just want to put that down there before you start asking questions. No.
Do you want to try to show the folks on camera like what that would look like?
I'm not, because I'm not trusting to stand on your shoulders, and I don't want you to stand on mine.
I might kill you, Colby.
And just so there you go.
I mean, you're in better shape than me, but I might kill you. I can hold you up. I date women that weigh twice what you weigh.
Wow.
Well, date's a loose word there. Let's. Anyway, just kidding, curvy ladies. I love you. So yeah, things are getting crazy out there in Florida. And just a programming note, we did not have a JP Peterson show this morning because he was preparing to hunker down, as he is farther inland towards Orlando, but they're still supposed to have torrential rains and winds and things like that. So he was getting ready, and there will be no JP Peterson show tomorrow here on FanStream Sports at 10 o'clock Eastern. So we'll do a loop or something, or I'll just put a picture of me on the screen for 2 hours.
Right.
Or,
Tim will just turn on his mic, and you can just hear stuff that's happening in his bedroom.
in my room, yeah, it will probably be the Weather Channel.
Right.
Or I will post a picture of a nipple, and you have to tell me if it's my right one or my left one.
Or not even yours.
Or if it's someone else's. Oh, whose nipple is it?
Yes.
Colby, we just invented a new segment.
Nipplegate, as we try and guess. Like, we find a famous person's nipple.
Whose nipple is it?
Right. But it can't show, like, any of the other part. It's just got to be the nipple.
Just the nipple. So, wait, with the areola?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it going to be an erect nipple?
No, I mean, that's up to you.
Depends on what state they were in, if they
Yeah.
were cold.
Yeah.
If his high beams were on or her high beams. Man, we have really gotten off track here, haven't we?
We really have.
Colby, are you ready, please?
I am
Will
ready.
you save us here?
I'm not sure if that can be done. It's time for the good, the bad, and the ugly. It is our game that we play with famous people's birthdays, and to where I go on the internet and look for people that I think are famous enough to make my list, and then I jot them down and offer them up to you guys for us to decide individually who we think is the good person, the bad person, and the ugly person. And if you disagree with what we say and you didn't comment down below anywhere, then you don't count.
And F you.
That's right. Well, not F you. You
lose.
You don't count.
Oh.
If you're listening to the downloaded podcast and it's like, yeah, man, but if I comment like 3 months later when I'm finally listening to this particular day, you can do that on the text line, the FanStream Sports text line at 214-937-0569. And if you're thinking about sponsoring that text line, sponsors that are out there, just know you need to hurry up because it's about to be jumped on quick,
Taking bids.
fast, and in a hurry.
That's about to get jumped on faster than my ex-wife.
Okay.
Any of the three, just take your pick.
Turning 66 years old today, and I don't think gets brought up enough in comparing some of today's players of his position, but it's one Mike Singletary.
Linebacker.
I don't think he gets enough. That guy plays like Mike Singletary. When they do, when they're, vicious and go after, the running back and they play it well, like Overshown.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody's comparing him to anybody yet. But even if his play progresses and he starts to really show that, I don't think Mike Singletary is going to be the one that they compare him to.
No, and I think that's kind of a generational thing because now, like, awesome physical linebackers get, who do they like Ray Lewis?
Right.
They get compared to him now, But I think back in the day, like in the 90s, if he was a stud linebacker, man, that's a Mike Singletary right there.
Right.
Just because of the generation, the time that they played in. Baylor Bear, local guy, had a really good head coaching career in San Francisco, remember, for a short time.
Right.
But
Pantsgate?
Yeah, and also he got crossways with, was it Vernon Davis?
Yes.
Remember, sent him to the locker room like his rookie year or second year? And like the franchise head, they're like, dude, you can't be doing that, And I think he was cut loose and he never got another chance. But even Vernon Davis will tell you in interviews, he's like, man, I needed that. And they're still very close to this day. But yeah, man, Singletary was a badass.
Maybe somebody needs to give him another shot at coaching, a college, a something. Let him Let him see what he can do. Derek Holland turns 38 years old today.
Oh man, we should have had him on.
Should have had him on.
He's a funny Twitter follow, too.
He is.
All of his U of M stuff, anything, obviously Rangers related, but all the Michigan stuff is on there. And boy, does he like to bash a certain political party. We won't say who, but
it's the one that, it's the one you think.
It's the one you think. So
yeah.
It's funny, though.
Time for Tim to break out his internet Googling fingers.
Oh, yes.
As turning 31 years old today, Paula Manzanal.
Got her. Model.
Yes.
Oh, Colby.
Founder.
What in the world is going on my computer right now?
Exotic.
For the love, I just made a mouth gargle sound.
You sure did.
It might have come from my penis.
I'm not, you know what? I'm not calling the band name Penis Gargle. Just
needs to be a girl band.
Does really.
How old is Paula Manzanal?
31.
Wow. Much respect to those right there that I'm looking at. Do you want a picture of her on the screen?
I mean, you can if you want to.
I know, I'm trying to find, I can't even decide which one. Like, good God, dude.
While he's finding a picture of Paula, I'll go ahead and let you know that turning 70 years old today is one Scott Bakula.
70?
70.
Quantum Leap is 70?
Yes.
And college quarterback guy?
Necessary Roughness.
Yes.
With his kicker, Kathy Ireland.
I was in that movie, Colby.
Yeah, you were one of the crowd.
Yeah, I was in the stands at Old Fouts Field where they filmed it. Where they filmed it.
They filled it up good.
I just wanted to go see Kathy Ireland. I didn't know who the hell Scott Bakula was at that time. Like, other than from Quantum Leap, right? I think that was pretty new. But I just wanted to go see Kathy Ireland.
Wait, you think when Necessary Roughness came out, Quantum Leap was new?
Wasn't it?
No. Can't be.
All right, hang on. Gotta get Paula off the screen now.
What? I never saw her on the screen.
Well, I mean, off of my Google screen. Okay, Quantum Leap, Colby.
Yeah.
By the way, the new one was terrible. I don't want the new one. I want that one.
Because you never.
Okay, Colby. Quantum Leap came out in 1989.
Right. Necessary Roughness came out.
It ran for 4 years from 89 to 93.
Uh-huh.
Necessary Roughness came out in 91.
Okay.
I mean, it was not like brand new, but
They were definitely not anywhere near the same file cabinet in my history brain.
really.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, no. Like when I think Quantum Leap, I think, oh God, I was, in elementary school.
Oh, you thought it was on before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, and I knew, I didn't know exactly when, but I knew I was in, but like either a junior or senior in high school when I watched it. Then I knew Necessary Roughness came out before 92 because I wasn't married yet when I did that, and it was right before that. So my file cabinet worked better than yours.
Yes.
For once.
Turning 60 years old today, and he might be brought up in the next segment, Guillermo del Toro.
Actor.
Director.
Okay. Okay, I just knew him from like show business. I didn't remember what he did. What did he direct? Debbie Does Dallas?
Do you remember the Hellboy movies with Ron Perlman?
Yeah.
That was one of his babies. Those two,
Gotcha.
Hellboy and Hellboy versus the Golden Army.
Oh, he's Mexican. Why do they have to say that?
Why did you have to say that?
He says he's a Mexican filmmaker. Why can't he just be a filmmaker?
Maybe he's proud of it.
If it's a lady, do they say lady filmmaker?
Yes. Yes, they do, Tim.
They don't.
Just to nip that in the bud. Yes, they do,
don't.
Tim.
Dude, he does not look 60. He looks more like 80.
Well, Guillermo's done some stuff.
Mexicali does crack.
Turning 71 years old today. You'll remember him from any time anybody made a funny face in movies here recently. Tony Shalhoub.
Wait, why?
Because that's all I remember him ever doing in movies is having a really funny face.
You remember him from movies?
Yes.
What movies was he in?
He was in... Wasn't he in the Lava Girl and whatever the...
No, I didn't see that.
Shark Boy?
Shark Boy and Lava Cantina Girl?
Spy Kids?
Well, those are two different movies.
I know, but those were movies that I remember him being in and making faces.
Really?
Tony Shalhoub.
Oh, I know who he is because I know him from TV shows, though. I don't think they let you do both.
Yeah, they do.
What movies was he? He was in? Oh, he was in Men in Black.
Yes, and also made faces in there because he was an alien.
Right. Gattaca. That was such an underrated movie. Galaxy Quest. I do remember him from that.
And he made faces in there as
He
well.
did. You're right. Because he played an alien.
Right.
But I remember him from Wings. And then more recently, Monk, which I never seen an episode of Monk, but I know he was in it.
Did he ever make faces in those shows?
I think he made a face in Monk because he was like a germaphobe or something, right?
Okay.
So he probably made faces, and he was a taxi driver in Wings, so he probably made faces in that too.
So there you go, Tony Shalhoub.
So you were right.
Mm-hmm. Brandon Routh is 45 years old today.
Is that a Superman?
That is one of the Supermans.
Okay, one of the Supermen. Which one is he?
He's the one right after Christopher Reeve.
What? In what?
Superman Returns.
I even knew that was made.
Yeah, and it was basically done like the Christopher Reeve Superman movies.
Dude, I have zero recollection of that. Like, when did this come out?
I don't know.
06.
I mean, it was pretty good until at the end they had him lift up an island that was completely made of kryptonite.
I don't think he's supposed to do that.
No.
Why would they make him do that?
I don't know why or how they did it, but yeah, he lifted up an island that was completely made of kryptonite, and I was like, wait, what are you doing right now, movie?
Huh. Oh, he was in Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
He was.
And then Zach and Mary Make a Porno. He's probably more famous for that, right?
No, I think it was the fact that he was the title guy, the main headliner in Superman.
Well, nobody remembers that movie, probably.
Yes, they do. It was big stuff back then. You've just had a box on your head.
I thought we went straight from Christopher Reeve to Cavill. What's it? Yeah.
No.
I don't remember anybody. Well, and Dean Cain, obviously.
As far as movies are concerned, yes, there's been Supermans that have been TV guys in between all of that.
Yeah.
Including Brandon Routh was also Superman in one of the crossovers with the Arrowverse and Supergirl.
Right. Yeah, it says that here too. Supergirl was hot.
Still is hot.
Mm-hmm. She wants me.
Sharon Osbourne is 72 years old today. Sharon!
How is Ozzy Osbourne alive still?
Because he just doesn't know.
And like him and Keith Richards, like
they just don't know.
And then just like they're not married anymore though, are they? I think they split up, right?
Right.
I think I remember hearing that. She must be a saint.
No, I think she just is able to just put up with it.
Huh. She was pretty, dude, back in the day.
Of course.
She was a looker.
What, you think Ozzy didn't go get a looker? He's Ozzy.
I think she went and got him. She was like his manager or something, right? Like they were business partners or something before they hooked up.
Do you think Ozzy's going to go, yeah, sure, whatever?
I mean, maybe.
Oh, I don't care, whatever.
I don't understand a word he sings or says anymore. Kelly's pretty hot these days, though.
George Kittle's 31.
Overrated.
Actually, he's a really, really good tight end.
That's for you, Logan. George Kittle sucks.
He's also like the dude you'd probably want to hang out with at the bar.
Only if he brought his wife.
No, I mean, just seriously, he's probably really fun to hang out with.
No, but seriously, you should look up his wife.
Okay.
Google his wife, Colby.
I don't need to. But I hate him.
But you want to.
No, I hate him because of him playing for the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
So
there are no good 49ers.
If he played for another team, I would probably just see what other antics he was going to do.
Like, what if he was a Bear?
I would go watch more Chicago Bears games, just wondering what other antics he was going to do.
I just don't like his gross, stringy looking hair.
You know what? I don't even care. It's just the
No, you don't.
tricking people and having fun while he's out there on the field doing good. I think that's great, except for he's a 49er. So you know what?
He needs to take his job and his life more seriously.
No, he does not. Can you imagine if he was focused with his abilities?
Hate his guts.
Can you imagine if he was focused with his abilities?
You know he's not.
Because he's out there goofing off, Tim. You just said it.
Well,
why are you arguing with me on the points that you just made?
Off the field. He needs to goof off the field. Idiot.
John Lennon passed away in 1980.
I remember it well. Shot by Yoko Ono.
Finally, yes. Finally in 2005. Passed away in 2005.
John Lennon?
Nope. Eddie Guerrero.
Mexican.
One of the best in-ring workers as a heel that I love a lot of the. All right, let me explain a couple of things that Eddie Guerrero made famous so you can understand it.
Okay.
He would made famous the cheating to win thing and turned it to where people cheered for him to cheat.
Okay.
Because of how artistically he did so. Like, bringing a chair into the ring while the ref was turned away.
Okay.
Or the ref gets knocked out or whatever, and having
Right.
the chair there. And then as soon as the ref's about to get up, throw the chair to the other guy and lay down like he's knocked out.
That's something I would do.
And just stuff like that. He would come up with an artistic way to win the match like that. And Latino Heat, man. Eddie Guerrero.
Seems dishonest.
It was wrestling. It's an art form. It was great. And Eddie Guerrero was amazing at it. So there you go. That's the reason why he wasn't number one in famous birthdays, but as soon as I saw him, I was like, well, he's going number one on this list.
Oh, so you're done with birthdays?
That's all the birthdays, my friend.
Colby.
I only had 13 of them.
Well, you have 3 humongous omissions here.
Uh-oh.
Okay, one's maybe not humongous, but I feel he's notable. Colby, Zachary Ty Bryan.
Okay.
Brad from Home Improvement.
Yeah.
Has a birthday today. That's kind of right in your wheelhouse, right? I mean, you know you don't watch comedies.
No.
Sean Lennon. Son of John Lennon. They shared birthdays.
I mean, I saw that, but I didn't put him down.
How do you not put down Sean Lennon? I mean, he's no Julian Lennon. And also, Colby, you omitted. Who else did you omit? The great Jackson Brown. One of the greatest singer-songwriters in the history of the universe. Do you even know who that is?
I thought you were about to say Jackson Pollock.
I don't know who that is.
Okay.
Is he a writer
I think he came up with the Pollock's disease.
or a wrestler?
I think he's an artist.
Jackson Brown. He sold over 20 million records worldwide.
You know what?
Probably can't name one Jackson Brown song right now, Danny.
Sure can't.
All right.
Can you? So I maybe think I know it.
If Jackson Brown was on your list, he would have been my good for the day.
Okay. I mean, you can add him to the list to make him your good.
No, because I got like Facebook people I have to do too. Apparently, because Facebook's people are idiots and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So Colby's celebrating Facebook birthdays today. Happy birthday to you, Lauren Ashley Stainback. Holly Bridges.
Hello.
Cindy Gibbs Elliott.
Say hi to your father, Joe.
I don't know if they're related. Crystal Lawson. Choked up saying her name. No relation to either Blake Lively or who's the Dallas Maverick Lively? Derek Lively?
Derek Lively.
Danielle Lively.
All right.
Famed local photographer Albert Pena, buddy of mine. He's the one that took the famous picture of Odor punching out Batista that everyone freaking stole and did stuff with and made shirts. That was his picture.
Damn.
And he's like still in litigation about some of that stuff.
For T-shirts.
Yeah.
Gotta get that money. Get it, man. It was yours.
Michelle Susan, happy birthday. Yvette Shell, happy birthday. Classmate Angela Long Lepre, happy birthday. Noted Hot Brie Cavalry, happy birthday. And Colby, I was trying to get down to him. It's not today, but it's in a couple of days before we have another show. We had to shout him out. Sean Pierre Hudgens is 39.
G Bear went to California for love.
He did, and apparently he found it.
Oh, and by the way, I forgot how old today, but McLight, it's his birthday today. It's G's son, Sean.
Okay. Well, happy birthday to you, sir.
So
there you go. All right, Colby, now I need to bake this cake, I guess.
Right.
Look. I love you, Derek Holland. You know I do. And we should have had you on for your birthday. I apologize. Maybe next year. Because you're a stud. But Colby, Paula Manzanell is my good.
I imagined it would be.
Oh, my God. And Derek, I'm sure you'll understand.
Just go look up Paula Manzanell, Derek. You'll be fine.
Colby, my bad. I'm going to go with Brandon Ruth. He's a bad Superman that nobody's ever heard of.
No, they have heard of. Everybody's heard of him except for you. And it's
No.
Ralph, sir.
Brandon Ruth. Well, he should have spelled it like Ralph and not Ruth. Yeah, he's a bad. Plus, he's 45. Colby, my ugly. I have to. George Kittle.
Okay.
Had to.
There you go. So my good is Eddie Guerrero because Latino heat.
Okay.
My bad is George Kittle because he's a 49er.
Okay.
And my ugly is Tony Shalhoub because he made movies about making crazy faces.
Never heard anyone say that about him before.
Everything he was in made crazy faces.
Now you're describing Jim Carrey.
No, I'm not. Tony Shalhoub. Jim Carrey wasn't always crazy face. Sometimes it was just Carrey face, which kind of maybe looks crazy.
It's kind of true.
So there you are. There is the good, bad, and ugly. If you disagreed, you didn't comment, so you don't count. If you're listening to the podcast and my phone rings in the middle of the night and you're like, Tony Shalhoub's better than just an ugly, you're mad, well,
It's your fault.
I'll respond to you. Then you're right. There you go.
It's your fault.
So there is your good, bad, and ugly. Now it's time to jump on the segue as we're going to this. Oh, yeah. Welcome into Colby Sapp's Mystery Shotgun. I am your host, Colby Sapp, along with Pod Racer Tim. It's time to get into the world of comic book movies, and starting off with a comic book movie that is just now hitting the streaming services, and you can go watch it yourself, but that's the Hellboy and the Crooked Man is out there for you to venture and watch. It's made by Ketchup Studios, which, again, who? It's also made on a budget of $20 million.
That's not a lot of money for movies.
That is not a lot of money. Now,
I wouldn't even pay my salary.
I will tell you this. For being on a budget of $20 million, it's not bad. It's not bad. And in fact, parts of it actually kind of shine because they do a lot of the screen effects that they know. They don't have the money to do the effect they're hinting is happening. And so they'll do cutaways and everything like that. It kind of adds to it. I'm not saying it feels like Evil Dead 2 or it's shot by Sam Raimi, but it has the same vibe throughout the first part of the movie as like Evil Dead 2 does, where they don't have a lot of money, but they sure are trying real hard. And this guy, and I can't even remember his name, that plays Hellboy, he plays a younger Hellboy because this is set in the 1950s.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And
what is this on?
It's on Amazon Prime right now.
It's not animated.
No.
Really? It's live action.
Live action. It's not as bad as back in the day if you were watching a trauma film. If you know what those are, you know how bad they were. But it does know that it doesn't have a lot of money. Now, the first half of the movie, it's actually got a really good vibe to it. Scary. It's, it feels like it's projecting what it wants to project. The second half of the movie, I think they forgot what they were doing.
Uh-oh.
Second half of the movie. Now, you get more Hellboy, so that's cool. But if you're really trying to follow along, you may need to jump a few times to get to what stick was laid down next in the trail. Yeah, you might have to Berman through it a little bit. But overall, I think it's more palatable for the everyday viewer than the Hellboy reboot was.
Is this How are the special effects? Like, how's the makeup and costume design and all that? Because you're usually pretty not critical, but you usually have an opinion on those one way or the other in movies like this.
The costume design was a little basic. Again,
Because of the budget.
$20 million, not a whole lot of money to sink into this film. But at times I forgot, and I just thought I was just watching Hellboy. And so for that, that's actually a plus. When me as the person watching was just like accepting that this is another adventure of Hellboy.
What's the name of it?
Hellboy versus the Crooked Man, or Hellboy and the Crooked Man.
Okay, I'm trying to find it.
So if you want to throw the money down for it, do it. I don't think this is one of those that'll be free later. It might be, but I don't think anybody's going to think to even want to put it up on for free. So get it while you can if you're a Hellboy fan. And I did say this guy's name was going to be brought up. I still find it sad that we get a Hellboy reboot. Now we get Ketchup Studios able to do a Hellboy movie, and we've yet to see Guillermo del Toro get his third movie to finish off his Hellboy trilogy. That sucks. So, but as far as what they had to do this movie with, I can't crap on it too much.
You put a little screen grab up of the.
Go ahead.
One of the scenes of it here. I was just trying to look at the costumes and stuff here.
Yeah, that's basically what you're looking at. And him as Hellboy, not bad. And yes, you can totally tell that that's just totally masked up. And the person that they didn't spend a whole lot of time in the trailer to make them look really like zombies.
Right.
Right. But also in the movie, you can tell those are zombies.
Right.
And that's really all I need.
Nice. No, it looks interesting.
So
check it out.
It's not bad. Other movie news is we're getting official from, this is from My Time to Shine Low, that they're saying that Doom is getting a reboot.
Really?
The Doom movie. Now, if you remember, the last Doom movie was Rock and was, my goodness, he's not the country singer, but my brain can't think of his name, and he's one of my favorite actors.
Peyton Manning.
No, good God almighty. He was also a really good Dredd. He's in Boys. Why can't I think of his name?
Carl Urban.
Thank you.
Not the country. As soon as you said not the country singer, I was like, oh, he's talking about Urban.
So that he was in the original Doom movie, which I didn't think was bad. I didn't think it was great. It was one of those that it had some cool stuff about it, and I've actually seen it multiple times now. Just if it's on, I'm like, it's not bad. It is getting a reboot. I don't know what they're doing with it, who they're getting to star in it. It's just been, coming through the trades that it is getting a reboot. So with that being said, it kind of feels like one of the movies that one of the up-and-coming wrestlers is going to end up cabbaging onto, one of the new guys they think will be a good guy to move. Like John Cena moved out of wrestling. The next guy that they think will move out of wrestling and put him in a show, which could be LA Knight for all we know.
Right.
But it feels like it could be one of those things. And if so, I'm actually ready for it. I would love to see Roman Reigns as a title character in an action movie. And if you're doing it for Doom with his presence now that he's developed through his ring persona, I'm in, and I want to watch it. I don't know how super funny he could be, but if you're in a movie about, the fact that somebody turned Mars into hell, or the fact that Mars is hell, which is the whole, kind of behind what Doom is, then I'm there. Let's do it. Let's see him be Doom Guy. Maybe the movie will name him something other than Doom Guy, by the way.
I like it. It's going to stick.
So there you are. Word through the DCU is that, and I believe this was also, I saw this on My Time to Shine Hello, that they're looking for a middle-aged Batman for their DCU.
I'm right here.
I think you're above middle-aged at this point.
What?
Sir.
50. Like 50 is middle-aged.
I think 40s.
No.
Is probably what they're thinking about.
Well, they're wrong. Should be me. I'm Batman. See?
Kind of irritates me just a little bit because if that's already where you're at, then just keep Ben as Batman. I think he's great as Batman. I've said this before. I think he's great as Bruce Wayne. I think he's great as Batman. And I think if you had somebody write well for him, then that character could be awesome and give him an opportunity to explore his Batman movie. I think that'd have been great, but it's not going to be him. You have a chance for somebody to come out of the woodworks like the guy that's currently rocking it out as Penguin, because this is in a different universe, him as Penguin. Plus, when you look at the Penguin character, you don't think of Colin Farrell as that character.
Yeah.
I think Colin Farrell would be another good guy to make
Well,
as
he's not
Batman.
40. Colin Farrell a lot older than that?
I mean, probably, but he looks a lot younger than you do.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
What? He looks way older than me. He's 48.
He's not older.
You need to see him without his hair done and his makeup on. He's not an attractive
They're not going to make a movie with somebody without their hair done and their makeup on.
Well, then
I
I
don't
can
need
look
to see
40.
it. Huh?
I can look 40 if they're going to do that.
You could, but
Probably put hair on me.
and then you imagine how much grueling training you would have to go through, and once you're done with your training, plastic surgery to get your skin back in the spot that it needs to be in order for you to be down to what, 170 pounds?
No, they'd let me be 205. I'm going to be 205 here within the year.
Don't doubt it.
I'm going to be.
I don't doubt it.
Just got to find a doctor to cut all that out of me.
Wow, I mean, you should really try.
Colby, man gut zipper. We've come full circle.
Story on the Lanterns show, as we got a brief synopsis of what's going on with the Lantern show. And I'll have to tell you the synopsis, I'm not going to get into it because I want to confirm this totally. The synopsis sounds more like True Detective than it does Lanterns.
Really?
It sounds more like a couple guys, small town, and there's some bad doings, and they've got to figure it out.
Huh.
So, which could be really cool. Could be a little bit more in depth. These are going to be the same characters that play your Lanterns in the series are going to be the same guys that play them in the movies.
Right.
So they're going to have to get a little bit somebody with some chops on it. So whoever's going to be the Hal Jordan and the Jon Stewart of the Lantern show, don't know, but it sounds like it's going to be a buddy cop movie of some sort or series, which might actually be pretty cool.
Could be, yeah.
So
I'd be in on that.
Also kind of, and maybe I'm looking at it wrong, it also kind of feels a little CW-ish to have it done that way.
Gilmore Girls, Colby.
So, which is nothing wrong with that. The Arrowverse is amazing. They just had to put out, a show every week. And sometimes they weren't all the best storylines, but they had to keep going with it. So, there
on
you
a
are.
very special Gilmore Girls.
And finally, in Venom 3, we are getting Knull. We aren't getting an interaction between Knull and Venom, but Knull will be there. Which, after they link the Sony's universe with the MCU and link those both together, they'll kind of come together because you've already had Knull's weapon in the MCU, the Godslayer sword, which was in Thor: Love and Thunder. So that sword that was used to start killing gods and whatnot, that's Knull's sword. So having his sword already there, kind of, all right, well then, can we go ahead and introduce him? So this is kind of his pre-introduction, as it'll just be him on the throne and not like challenging Venom.
Right.
And for those that don't know, Knull is the god of these symbiotes. He's their king. So every other thing is under him that's a symbiote. That's like Venom. Basically the talking uniform, if you want to call it that. So he will be in it, which will lead to probably this not being the last Venom movie, because with the talks of them mixing it after this Venom trilogy, Tom Hardy would continue to play Venom in the MCU going forward, where they will finally get the Tom versus Tom, Venom versus Spider-Man fight.
That would be awesome.
So I do like the fact that they are opening up, as in the trailers, you could see Venom basically eating people in the trailer, which they kind of tried to stay away from a little bit. Don't eat people after like the first one that he ate.
Right.
Don't do that.
Right.
So, because that's the only thing that separates him from being a total hero in the comic books a lot of times, besides when he's trying to kill Spider-Man.
Right.
Is he's not really doing bad stuff a lot of times. He likes to eat the bad guys. He likes to stop them, but he loves the taste of their brain.
I mean, as long as he's eating the bad guys, he's
Right.
still a hero.
Right. But he's more along the lines of, like your super goody two-shoe heroes like
Right.
Captain America doesn't like Punisher.
Weird.
Daredevil doesn't like how Punisher does his thing. Punisher likes how he does his things because he never has a repeat villain.
Right.
Because they're dead.
They're dead.
Well, that was really really hard to catch that guy, so I shot him in his face. Now I don't have to worry about him later. Meanwhile, Batman's having to go catch Joker for the 850,000th time.
Because he won't kill him.
Right. Because they complete each other, Tim. They complete each other. Plus, I will tell you this, by them doing that and not killing their rogues gallery in the comic books, right, that they become the rogues gallery. When you have a superhero that does kill the bad guys, the problem is now you've got to come up with another bad guy.
Yeah.
And he may not be as good as the last one you came up with. So
It's when they bring him back to life.
right, they do but you get tired of bringing,
It's when they put General Zod in a mirror and throw him in outer space.
right, that's their way of killing him.
Yeah.
Because he escaped out of the Superman S net.
Yeah. Hey, Colby.
Still hate that. Kid Colby wanted to walk out of his living room when he saw that. What am I watching? Because I was watching it for the first time on like VHS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I'm there going, what was that? That is the
awesome.
dumbest thing. I am not old enough to know that was the dumbest thing. I still watched Condor Man the movie like twice a day at this point.
I love Condor Man.
But that really made me mad. So there you
So
go.
even Kid Colby knew that was dumb.
Yeah, even Kid Colby knew that, no, that was stupid. Superman doesn't throw his S at people.
I was older than you, and I didn't even question it. I thought, well, maybe that's just something Superman does. I didn't read any of the comics. I thought maybe that's just what he's supposed to do. He has a super S.
Right. The S did nothing. It bumbled him up like a baby for a second, and then it disappeared.
It immobilized him for a second.
Yeah, for a second.
Gave Superman time to think about what he wanted to do.
It wasn't the S. It was just the shocker. He just oh, I'm better now.
It's a modern day taser.
Right. Right. It's these two fingers. So there you go. There is your Colby Saps mystery shotgun. You are up to date on all the things that are happening right now. Coming up next, we are going to do our picks against each other and a coin, and then I have news and notes. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show.
Hello, sports fans.
FanStream Sports.
Orion Golf Management Solutions. Orion Management Solutions has tailored its service packages just like it tailors its approach to customers. Some owners need more supervision, while others need periodic assessment of their short-term and long-term strategies and programs. Orion can be called in to develop a business plan with the existing staff, or we can assist with the daily management of a facility or event. Either way, we make sure the client is satisfied and understands the direction the facility needs to go in order to achieve the owner's goals. Orion Management Solutions can help with owner assistance service solutions, daily course management, business plan development, monthly operations, or as-needed consulting services. Whatever your need, Orion Golf Management Solutions can help. Check out oriongolf.com.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Today's show is brought to you by Tomstown, a premier craft distillery based in Kansas City, Missouri. Discover their award-winning lineup, including double oaked bourbon, botanical gin, and double grain vodka, named the best craft vodka by the readers of USA Today. Available for online delivery in 40 states. Visit toms-town.com or their Kansas City distillery to explore more. Elevate your game with Tomstown, where history meets innovation. Please enjoy responsibly.
In 1993, Bob opened the original Bob's Steak and Chop House on Lemon Avenue. 32 years later, the original Bob still greets you at the original Bob's. And now his sparkling new Bob's at Craig Ranch has opened in McKinney. Same fantastic beef and fresh seafood at these two Bob's, each run by the Bob's Steak and Chop House.
Hi, golfers. E-Car Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
Hello, folks. Let's talk a little bit about turf life. What is turf life? It's pretty much if your life involves turf in any way, shape, or form, you live the turf life. Go ahead and brand yourself with the turf life. Maybe a back window decal, maybe a hat. You know where you can get those kinds of things? To showcase that your life revolves around sports and or anything that involves sports. If it's a sports business or sports education or just your enjoyment of the outdoors, head over to turflifeclub.com. Become a turf head. Join the club today. You can do that by going to that said website that I just told you to go to. You can snag your window decal like I was talking about, or any of your other turf life accessories. Show everybody that you live the turf life, and we'll see you there over there at that turflifeclub.com.
Crest Infinity in Frisco. Through the end of the month, you can lease the 2024 QX60 pure front-wheel drive for just $499 a month for 36 months. You bring $44.69 due at signing and drive away. And it gets better. This month, when you lease the new QX60, Infinity will cover the tax. On approved credit, 5s to choose from. See dealer for complete details. Expires 8/31/24. Also, you can get a $15,000 incentive on all remaining in-stock 2024 QX80 models with more than 30 to choose from. Get on out to Crest Infinity to test drive one today. Off 121 in the Tollway in Frisco or online at crestinfinity.com. There's good, there's better, and then there's Crest.
Introducing Star Power Smart Home Solutions, where cutting-edge technology meets effortless living. Control your entire home with just a tap on your smartphone. Adjust the lights, set the temperature, ensure your home is totally secure, all from the palm of your hand. Experience the ultimate solution in comfort and security for your family. Start by going to the website, getstarpower.com. That's getstarpower.com.
Coming back at you. Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby 7 IndyCar Tim Show. I got caught with hamburger in my mouth, Colby.
Okay, well, while you're finishing that, I did just see a post from DC Film News for catch up on everybody on the mystery shotgun stuff. As the Lantern's synopsis, the series follows a new recruit, John Stewart, and Lantern legend Hal Jordan, two intergalactic cops drawn into a dark Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland.
Huh.
I don't know what to think about this, to be quite honest with you. I keep mulling it over. It's James Gunn.
Mm-hmm.
So give him the benefit of the doubt. But when I think Earth-based mystery, I don't think Green Lanterns. Green Lanterns stuff, a lot of it happens in space or the surrounding planets. Like Hal Jordan and John Stewart, they're over certain sections, and this area is under their control because they're humans. right? So there's the human lanterns. So they're over this area, but there's other planets that are under their, protection, as it were. I can't see the people that are over vast areas of the universe are like, well, this one person got murdered. Let's go investigate.
That seems beneath them, right?
The whole Earth is in danger. Okay, here come the lanterns. Or, like there's a major war happening and it's done by this evil person. Here come the lanterns. But not investigate murder mystery. This isn't Clue starring Hal Jordan. But we'll see. It's James Gunn. He's probably going to make it work. But question marks forming above my head.
I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Oh, it's a definite wait and see. Because I give him all the advantage, I'm not going to just crap on it until I see it.
I usually don't crap on things till after I see them either. I don't like to look at them after I crap on them.
Right.
No one should look at their own crap. That's just gross.
Shut up.
It's disgusting.
And how do you know? Never mind. Go ahead, Tim. We got picks to do. We won't jump down that wormhole.
We do have picks. Speaking of wormholes. Colby, it is time, as you mentioned, for our picks against the spread. Colby, last week in week 5, you were the leader.
Yep.
With 6 points. Or, I'm sorry, with 15 points.
Yes.
I had 11. The coin had 11. Last week, you nailed 6 points.
Woo!
In week 5 for a total of 21. I got 5 points for a total of 16. The coin only got 3. The coin is in last place with 14.
Hey, Tim, I think there was a misnomer in the as you said you were catching up. I beat you. I got you by another point this week.
I'm getting there.
I widened my gap.
But I'm getting there.
All right, then.
I'm getting closer to your gap.
I never could figure out which side I was supposed to shop on.
Fall into the gap. Hate the gap. They're up there with the Old Navy. Colby, you and I both got 2 points on the Dallas game. We both got 1 point on Seattle and New York. I got 2. You got 1 on Browns Commandos. I got blanked on Saints Chiefs. You got 1. I got blanked on Bucks Falcons. You got 1.
Woo!
So there you go. This week, we got 5 more games. For those of you that are new to this segment, we pick 5 NFL games against the spread and against the total. A possible 2 points of each game. We total them up, and at the end of the year, whoever loses doesn't get to high five Colby.
Right.
Because we didn't really set a bet. We can still do it, though, mid-year. We'll figure something out, put it on the wheel. We'll either do death nut, ham slap, corn nuts.
We'll do something. We'll spin the wheel. We may take some things off of it that have already been done, but we'll do the wheel.
Cranberry.
That'd be fun.
Something like that. We'll figure something out. Colby, our first game in week 6. The 49ers minus 3.5 at the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
With a total of 49.
Huh.
I'm no longer in last place, but I'm in last place between us. So I will go first. Colby, I'm taking the Seahawks at home. And I am taking the over.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
Well, you go ahead and say what you said, and then the opposite for me.
Okay, so you want the 49ers.
Give me the 49ers and the under.
And the underoos. Well, the coin, and folks, the way the coin works is heads his home team, tells his away team.
Yep.
Heads his over, tells his under. So our George Washington presidential coin collection has heads, which means he has the home team, which means he agrees with me because great presidential candidates think alike.
All right.
And then on the over-under, heads is over. Oh, and he's got the over, Colby.
Wow.
George Washington. You think George Washington ever went to Seattle?
No, I don't think so.
Not sure. Probably had a political rally there once. I mean, the state's named after him.
It is, but I don't think at that time he had to leave pretty much where he was at.
Where was that?
The political rally.
Just riding his wooden bicycle around everywhere he went.
I don't think they had places to vote everywhere.
No?
Uh-uh.
You had to go to a bar?
Yeah.
And you had to get your cell phone out and scan the barcode
No.
for who you were voting for.
You just took a drop of blood and put it into the peanut shell that you had, and whatever bin you threw it in, that was your vote.
I wonder how they did do it back then. Might have to time travel. Colby, for our next game, we have the Cincinnati Bengals -3.5 at the New York Giants.
Oh.
With a 48-point total. That is on Sunday night. Once again, I will go first. Colby?
Yep.
I've got the Giants and future Hall of Famer Daniel Jones.
Not a chance.
And I've got the under.
The under is correct. The Bengals, they'll win this by more than 3.5.
I don't know, man. Joe Burrow's lost it. Colby George Washington says Giants.
All right.
And Martha Washington says over. Wow. I mean, he's been to New York.
Right.
What if he ever went to Cincinnati? And I wonder if he called it Cincinnati.
Yes.
Like they do up there.
Yes.
Colby, next game is Monday Night Football. It is the New York Buffalo Bills.
Okay.
Weird way to say that.
It is.
-1.5 at the New Jersey Jets. Total of 41.
Okay.
Which means, the Jets just fired their coach, who was a terrible coach anyway, even before Aaron Rodgers got there. Aaron Rodgers is washed up. He's a has-been. He's got nothing left. This game's not going to be close.
No.
I've got the Bills, and I have my hatred of Aaron Rodgers, and I've got the over because I think the Bills might score 50.
You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing, which bodes well for Aaron Rodgers and the Jets, as I've got the Bills in the over as well.
All right, Bills and the over. Mr. President.
Be a nail biter, like
probably
17-10.
God, I hate Aaron Rodgers. Colby, the coin agrees. Buffalo. Let's check with the presidential mistress, as she says under. All right, very good. Our next game, Colby, is we always do Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night game. And then we do the Cowboys game and a random NFC East game. Sometimes they intersect and we have to move it around a little bit, but in this case, they don't. We have the Washington Commanders, the NFC East leading Washington Commanders, plus 6.5.
Wow.
At the Baltimore Ravens with a total of 51.5. This is going to be a fun game to watch.
It is going to be a fun game to watch.
Because we don't know what Ravens we're going to get, right?
It's at Baltimore.
Yeah.
Okay. Kind of know what Ravens we're going to get.
I mean, it's going to be the Baltimore Ravens that played at home against the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game and scored 10 points.
No, this is a regular season Baltimore Ravens.
I think they'll be good.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm taking Washington at least to cover 6.5. That's a lot. And then I'll take the over.
What was the over under?
51.5.
Wow.
So I'm looking for like a 33-27 game or something, is what I'm guessing.
Okay. I'm taking the Ravens. And I'm going to take the under.
All right.
I don't know the Lamar that shows up and how much they're going to score because the Commanders defense is okay.
Mm-hmm.
But vice versa, I don't know what the Commanders. I think it's going to be an under game, and I think you got your Ravens by a touchdown winning this, which would be greater than 6.5. So there you are.
There you go. Colby, President George Harrison Washington.
No. The Bills.
Has the Commanders.
Wow.
Of course, he has to. That's his hometown team. Right? He probably hates Baltimore.
He's a Jesus freak. He's a DC talk.
He is, as
if anybody got that.
As President Mrs. George Martha Herman Jones Washington.
If anybody got that joke that I just uttered out there, yes, you're as old as I am, and also yes, yeah, thank you, and I'm sorry.
They are taking the over. So the coin agrees with me, Colby. And then finally, your Dallas Cowboys are hosting the Detroit Nittany Lions. -3 at the Cowboys with a 52-point total. I don't know where this is coming from. Nobody can score 52 points in the NFL. It's ridiculous. But Colby, I am taking the Detroit Nittany Lions.
All right.
And I'm taking the under.
I am going to do my regular here. I'm going to go with the Cowboys and the over. Main reason is if the Cowboys end up losing this thing, I think they still end up pulling out all the points, and I think the Lions pull out all the points, and so we're going to end up with a total somewhere near 60.
Could happen.
So.
All right. What about Mr. Ex-former president with the wooden teeth? President Washington also has, Colby, the Detroit Nittany Lions.
All right. You're picking with the coin and not with me. This feels good.
Yeah. Should feel good for you. And on the total, the under. Wow.
All right.
Man, me and the president agreed on 3 out of 5.
It's either y'all's comeback or that gap is about to get, well.
And we picked the same team on the other two, but only differed in the over-under.
The gap's either going to get real big here, going to move over into Gadzooks.
That's what she said. Huh. Well, there you go. There's your picks against the spread. Play along with us on Sunday.
By the way, if you had Gadzooks on your Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim bingo card.
Did you ever shop there?
I did. I got some of my favorite T-shirts from Gadzooks back in the day.
Oh, it's a good time, Colby. Which means, here as we close the show at the time that we're usually getting ready to start it, which is still kind of weird for me. Let's get into a little bit of Colby's world-famous news and notes. If I can find the button.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making it sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird. Internets. And by God, I found it. Let's go to Montgomery County Council. We're going to Montgomery County. As members voted unanimously Tuesday to use $2 million in supplemental funding to help pay for installing vape detectors in the Maryland County's public high schools.
What? Can't vape in high school?
I guess not. I mean, because it's 18 and over, right? You're supposed to be able to vape.
Right. That makes sense.
So vape detectors have been put into the Maryland County high schools, which $2 million.
It's a lot.
That's quite a bit.
Is it weird that we had designated student smoking areas in my high school?
Yes and no. From the time that you were there, that was just like, well, I mean, if you're going to.
I mean, they were all outside, obviously. There's no smoking in the school, but, like, yeah. I mean, I never thought about that at the time. Like, well, y'all aren't even supposed to be smoked. Like, I never really thought about that.
No.
That's crazy.
So, and here's my thing about this. I understand if, like, you're catching the kid and this is, like, their first time ever vaping and they're trying it at school and you're trying to prevent them from doing it. But the kid that's already caught that and that's the thing that they do, you're just going to run them out of the school.
Yeah.
Why don't you let the parents or whoever or the kid themselves finally realize that they don't want to vape anymore, right?
I had a friend whose son, freshman, he was 14, must have been 14, a freshman, got suspended for 2 weeks because they caught him, not even caught him vaping, caught him with a vape.
Right.
In his pocket. 2 weeks, automatic 2 week suspension.
Again, instead of concentrating on that, why don't you concentrate on other things like using $2 million to, I don't know, pay the teachers more or get better teachers,
Yeah.
whatever it is, right?
I would like to see an itemized receipt for where all that $2 million went. Like what was it on?
Right. And how much does a vape detector cost?
Right.
And do you really need them? I understand trying to keep kids off of this stuff is a major issue, but man, if they're already there, if they're already at school and they're like, man, I'm jonesing to go to the bathroom so I can hit my vape, they already got hooked.
Oh, yeah.
You missed that. So now they're like, oh, well, I guess I'm not wanting to go to school because that's 8 hours without my vape.
Yep.
I don't know. There's better workarounds than that.
Seems dumb.
Let's go to Kalamazoo, where police release a sketch of a man last seen with a Michigan woman who disappeared in November. Not of 2023, of 2018. Yesterday, St. Joseph County, Michigan police have released new information to the public as an update to the missing person case from Southwest Michigan that began in November 2018. They just now released the police sketch of what he looked like in 2018.
Did they do any age progression?
No, they released the exact sketch, not of what he could look like. This is what he looked like. I'm sure, and it's a sketch, so it involves him like having sideburns and how his hair looks. Dude, it's a long enough time. This guy could be bald by now.
Did he get lost somewhere? Like, why are they waiting so long?
Yeah, the chief of police found it under his desk. He's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, hand that over to Kim and let her report it on that little funny newspaper that they got.
He needs to vacuum more, apparently, if he just found it under his desk.
Kalamazoo
K-Wings.
Can you imagine being a resident of there and then seeing in the paper a released police sketch of the guy from 2018 that may
7 years ago.
That may have abducted this lady?
Did they ever find the lady?
Apparently she's still missing, or else she might be able to update the sketch. No, he looks like this now.
I just saw him at the Walmart.
Yeah, it's Fred.
He's at the Waffle House. He cooks there.
He's at the Waffle House. He's the armed guard.
The Waffle House.
Let's go from there to Chippendale's dance troupe.
I'd rather not.
As the Chippendales dancers are going to unionize. They're going to unionize as part of the Actors Equity Association.
Say that 3 times real fast.
I couldn't say it once. The Chippendales dance troupe is a member, are unionized as the Actors Equity Association. Are they actors?
Are they an association?
Do they have enough clothing to have equity?
Maybe when they start, but not when they finish.
By the way, I got this article that tells me all about the Chippendales dancers that are unionizing. I got it from boingboing.net. So
I gotta go look that up now.
So there you go. Working for the union. So everybody's unionizing. Look at them go. Chippendales. Can you imagine talking to somebody and it's like, yeah, what union are you part of? Chippendales Union. It's good. Heads up out there for people that didn't know, they had to put this out there in Yahoo Finance. As Disney World, Universal Orlando, and SeaWorld will all be closed because of the hurricane. So in case you were trying to pull a vacation Chevy Chase action where you're like, man, I'm going to go there while they're closed, or there won't be as many people there because, the hurricane, so we can finally ride Space Mountain. You can't.
That's the best fast pass ever.
Yeah, you can't. There's no, as crazy as you think Florida is, nobody's going to be riding Space Mountain during Hurricane Milton because it's closed.
Milton.
I can't believe they had to put out a news report that they'll be closed.
Colby, nobody has common sense anymore.
Because I'm thinking hurricane. I'm not thinking roller coaster.
Right.
I mean, a roller coaster and a hurricane would be kind of cool, I guess, if you somehow survive. But seeing as how the winds, like before the hurricane hit, were like up to like 100 mile an hour winds or whatever.
Right.
I can't imagine trying to be on a roller coaster with 100 mile an hour winds, much less hurricane force winds. That's bad. That's real bad. We're continuing in Florida as Florida man refuses to evacuate his boat in Tampa Bay. He says, quote, "I'll see you Friday." The Tampa Bay man nicknamed Lieutenant Dan is sticking out Hurricane Milton from his boat in the Tampa Bay harbor. The man, who appears to go by Jay, on his own TikTok account spoke to the Weather Channel on Monday about his plans to stay on the water during the storm. He says, "I know that God didn't bring me this far for something to happen to me, so I'm just staying right here." By the way, he previously wrote out Hurricane Helene. Helene? He wrote out Hurricane Helene in his boat.
In his boat.
By the way, he also has he's also missing some limbs, just exactly like Lieutenant Dan.
Maybe he was the inspiration for the character.
Might have been. Also,
Lieutenant Dan.
Maybe he just doesn't have a choice because he's on a boat. And somebody go help out Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
So, yeah. So if you're waiting on the news report on Jay, a.k.a. Lieutenant Dan, I can't wait for that weather report as they go find him once this thing's over with, and hopefully he's okay. So, there's that. And finally, as we go to more boingboing.net.
It's my new favorite website.
As Jeremy Garcia of Berean, Washington, photographed a humanoid figure flying high in the sky last week. It wasn't moving around like someone with a jetpack, Garcia told B-Town. It was just hovering or floating, and it didn't seem to make any noise. It was just so weird. It was like somebody, like an ultra-terrestrial from a dimension where laws of gravity are just recommended guidelines.
Just a suggestion.
So, by the way, the YouTube video of the guy hovering is you just kind of see, and they have to circle it with a red circle of where they think the guy's at. I wish they'd actually get crystal clear video of what they're claiming is happening. That would be nice.
It's 2024.
But also, though, if it was an ultra humanoid from some other or ultra terrestrial, it may just have that resonance that just fogs up your cameras.
Right.
You can't get that clear, like what everybody said Bigfoot had for a little bit.
Right. And vampires.
So if it's not the AI that's going to take us over, it may be now the ultra humanoids. So the flying ultra humanoids and or just super people is what all the comic book movies have been getting us ready for, is the government telling us, get ready.
Coming.
There's superhumans on their way. And there's the notes, everybody.
Wow, Colby.
That's right. .net.
.net. Sorry, I bookmarked it. New favorite site. We are the Colby Sapp and IndyCar Tim Show, and that is going to do it for our Wednesday show. We would like to say thank you to everybody, the thousands, consequently millions. May do it again at this time on Monday.
Maybe.
We'll see. We will make an announcement. Just look for that on Monday, early in the day, when I usually post the time of the show, and you will know for sure, and I'll tweet it all out to my bajillions of lovely female followers over there on the X, Colby, including you. Then you can re-exit or whatever they do to those things.
Quote tweet it so I could write words.
Make sure you check out all the great programming over at FanstreamSports.com, on FanStream Sports TV, our YouTube channel, and please download that FanStream Sports mobile app available for Android and or iOS. Do it now. All of our great live programming. We're right in the middle of football season. Woo! The Dallas Stars face off for the first regular season game tomorrow. We'll be doing all the Dallas Stars talk with the Hockey Hawk himself, and maybe a little Shippy joining the show when he's not flipping records over at the arena here in Dallas. Otherwise, we will see you online, and we will see you on FanStream Sports. Until then, boys and girls, I guess bye.
We'll see you.